You know what Friday means? Dungeons and Dragons. That's right, everybody. So we are going to be working on our Dungeons and Dragons world a bit more together with the chat, to minds melding, hearts fusing, just a bunch of creativity all around, because I know each and every one of you is creative people. And if you are just watching the VOD and you are not watching us live, please go down to the comments and type it down below and let me know what you think of my Dungeons and Dragons world. If you hate it, if you love it, somewhere in between, and if you have any ideas to improve it or make it worse, which I don't know why you would want to type something to make it worse, but you know, there are people like that on the line. It is the internet after all. Anyways, getting into it, we are going to be doing our third town in the world, and this one is going to be a port town right on the coast, right, for all sorts of what would be a good word? Trade, fishing, all sorts of things you find in the town. And internet hates me as I have lag on my part. Fantastic. Sorry, friend. Let me check to make sure that's not. No, it's not me. So sorry about the fact that you have lag. But you know, you're here. That's all that matters, Marinus. And anyways, so first let's get into the name of the place. I named it Port Hafen. I don't know how well you can read that because OBS on my screen is like shrinked down to like this big. They can kind of see that you can see it, but not really. So Port Hafen, for those of you who know German, you know what Hafen means. Shh, don't tell anybody else. It's our little secret. Wink, wink. And so as we did last time, we have to go over names of peoples, persons, all sorts of things. So we're going to open up our Eisentown build from last Friday. Eisentown was one of the towns we finished. It was it's our mining town, which is built right into a mountain, you know, perfect for mining as it should be. And you know, we have 20 different areas. We didn't add any people. We didn't come up with any names. Those all come up with on my own time outside. Now, a different question I have for you guys. Would you or would you not want to see me actually build my town in Wonder Draft? Please let me know in the comments, or you can type it live in the chat. And if you do want to see it live, then we'll do it in stream. If you don't want to watch me do it live, then I will record a video if that's what you want to see, and we'll edit out all the slow parts or speed them up. And if you don't want to see that at all, you just want to see the final product, let me know that too. Those are all valid ways to let me know how you want to see my world. So first, I'm just going to copy over the stuff we wrote over here. Points of interest. And let's zoom this over. And owners, family, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And if we come up with any more outside of that, we'll add them in. All right. This is our key coder, and we'll just this be one below and young, old. There we go. Now we have it pretty much the exact same. The only thing is we got to get the borders and the colors, which are actually quite easy to do. Let's not save just in case there's oh, I forgot I changed the thing. All right, so first, what is the first point of interest? Well, we said every town in our world, except for maybe like really, really small ones, but we're currently dealing with 3 pretty important ones, will all have guild halls. So guild hall, that's easy enough. First one, guild hall, done. Knock that out of park. Only 19 more to go. Young and old, what is going on here? Well, I'll show you what young and old means. That is in a previous town. I actually did this before the stream as a kind of coder, if you missed it. But young and old is for like if you have when I actually add people into the town. Oh, it's not showing this one. Young and old is for if you actually have people you've written into the town. It's their ages. So a young person could be anywhere from 21 to younger, and an old person is anyone from 40 and older. And then everyone in between is just average. So if you have someone who's really young, like in the early 20s, or is just maybe 15 or 10 even, and then anyone who's been in the town for a while, like this 70-year-old lady, Angela. Next we have what would be a good thing? Well, we need the port, so that's a point of interest. And then let's see, we'd have different merchants kind of coming in and out. So let's have a merchant's guild. Let's see, a general store, fish market. Obviously, there are going to be fishers on a port town. Let's move on to what's after the fish market. Well, I'm thinking of maybe having a port authority of some kind where all merchants and adventuring guilds have to, you want to have some, that'll be for like plot stuff, like, you're not allowed to, the port authority will catch you if you, I don't know, something like that. Then we'll have, sailors like to drink and rough house, so we'll have a tavern. We'll come up with what's a good name? Let's call it the Salty Spittoon. If that's from something, let me know, because I literally just thought of it just now. I literally didn't think of it before. And I can always change the name. I don't really care. A bait shop for people to go fishing, get special baits. Maybe the adventurers they wanna get special baits. Then there would be a what is it called? We'll just call it I know, a navy dock. How about? No, that's just part of the docks. They would put their navy ships where the dock is. You wouldn't really separate them. I mean, they might be able to pay for the better docking, but they wouldn't really have a separate one. But we could have a naval base here. Somewhere here, a naval base that might have its own dock. So, it's a thought. It's an idea. What else could we have? What kind of... I just thought of another name for this. The Kraken's Brew. I misspelled Kraken. Kraken Brew. We'll have an inn, and we'll call it Ocean's Pearls. No, the Comfy Clam. The Comfy Clam. There we go. What else would there be besides all this? Well, let's think of something mythological. What would be a good mythology sort of, or not mythology, but magical, fantasy-esque kind of building that we could put in here, or something that would connect as mythology. A treasure hunters guild. Let's see, treasure hunters guild. We can always change this to maybe some sort of seedy under tavern. Oh, I know. We need a church or temple. We almost forgot to add that in. That would have been a bad idea to not have our church or temple for our priest or what are they called? Clerics and paladins. A lighthouse. Ooh, good one, Padawan Panda. Thank you. A lighthouse. Yes, smart. We'll have a lighthouse. Thank you. And welcome to the Dragon's Den, Padawan Panda. I like your name. Padawan Panda. Welcome, Padawan. What could be... Okay, so we have docks, we have a guild hall, we have a merchant's guild, we have a treasure hunters guild. Might change that. Might just make that part of the guild hall. Let me think. Since I grew up in San Francisco, what are things that they had in San Francisco? Well, they had a sea restaurant. I know that's just a basic kind of thing that we still have in today's world, but they actually did have a lot of restaurants back then. Town hall, mayor's office. Ooh, I might make that separate, or I might make that part of the port authority. But for now, we'll put an asterisk on that. Put a little asterisk, like right here. My hand can't shape an asterisk, so I'll just an asterisk. But what? Ooh, I don't know. I just thought of one. A jailhouse. We could have a jailhouse, or here's what I'm thinking. Shark feeder, aka jailhouse, just to make it a little weird. So instead of a regular jailhouse, what happens is if you get arrested and you get tried for a crime, they'll put you at the edge of the docks, and there's this long thing that goes out to where there's all these sharks, and you either have to jump in or they push you in. So it's just called the shark feeder, or we'll come up with a better name for it. Maybe the shark blender. God, that sounds disturbing. Like going to just that makes me want to play Evil Genius 2 though. Let's see, what's a fantasy thing? Oh, I had an idea. The chum box. Ooh, I like it. The chum box. I'll just call it chum box for short. The is just too many characters, and I don't want to keep making anything go. Let's say that in this world there's a sort of magical snail that creates this sort of some sort of goo. But these snails can only be found in the deep seas. Or maybe a clam. Ooh, I know. Moon clams. Moon clam farm. So, does this town have any other component to their economy apart from the port? Well, I'm actually adding that in right now. So, in my previous town, we had there's a special sort of stone called moonstone, which can be used for witchcraft and wizardry. but can also be used to make moon dust, which is a little bit of a illegal substance, if you know what I mean. And we'll have moon clams. Their shells can make something very similar to moon dust. It's just harder. You have to go into deep sea diving. So we'll have like or maybe a moon clam fisher. Well, we'll work out the details on that, come up with a better name. But we'll say that there's also these special types of moon clams that you have to be a deep sea moon clam diver, and there's like a whole business that thrives upon these moon clams for selling to the capital, and maybe even making some of that more moon dust. And you know, we added a moonstone duster, which is a guy who turns it into moon dust, which is a very highly illegal substance in the other town. Maybe we'll add it in this town as well. I kind of don't want to overlap too much, you know. I mean, I have an inn in most of my towns and guild hall. This town exports to other island towns, perhaps. So warehouse district for storing goods. Ooh, I like it. Warehouse district. Yeah, that makes sense. Town imports and exports with warehouse area. Okay, and then oh, usually most towns sea towns in a lot of fantasy, they have like a kind of seedy, piratey underbelly. So we'll have the underdocks. That's where the rogue can go to find his different fences, or maybe his contacts in the under realm, where they have some docks that are magically under the water. You know, something like that. The underdocks. The underdocks. Aye, welcome to the underdocks. Would you like to stay for the night? It's only 100 gold pieces. Yeah. So now that we've got pretty much everything, now I'm trying to think, what is one more thing that we could have in a aquatic town? So in SF, we have one of our most famous buildings in San Francisco is a bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge. And if there's one thing anybody here knows about Golden Gate Bridge, it's that it's not a gate, nor is it golden. It's actually quite red. It's very red. Why is it called the Golden Gate Bridge? Well, there's a simple answer for that. See, the way the reason San Francisco was such a great place is because it was the ocean would let out here, and it was easily defendable from the ocean. So you could start going from here and moving out from SF to take over more land. And it also had a lot of good plants, mainly mint. Originally, San Francisco was called Yerba Buena, which means the good herb, because mint just grows wild. It grows wild really hard, especially in SF. San Francisco. And so that area with the where it went in was called the Golden Gate, and when they built the bridge over it, it was called the Golden Gate Bridge. Little history fact there. And so why not have a special bridge that maybe connects to an island of some kind? Maybe that's where the naval base is, on that other island. So we could call it, let's see, what kind of ocean would they want people want to call it? Not the Golden Gate, because then it's literally just fantasy SF, which I'm not gonna make fantasy FF. Let's be honest here. Oh, I just thought of something. Treasure diving. I didn't spell treasure right at all. I think it's treasure diving. Could put a small fort on that island, which houses the Navy. That's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna add one more thing. So we're gonna go up to 21, which is fine. You can always go a little over with your towns. Having more stuff is usually not a bad thing. It just means it's just a little bit harder for you when creating the town. So let's go with Blackwater Bridge. The area here could be like the Blackwater Bay. Blackwater Bridge over Blackwater Bay. Any gem mines, like anywhere, if you have any wealthy areas, they'd probably have mines all around. Oh, I that's in a different town. We literally had a mining town last Friday. Nice. Okay, so I would add names, but honestly, I'm so bad at names. I'm so bad at adding names, guys. Like, trust me, coming up with names for me is like asking a car to submerge itself underwater. I'm kind of coming in blind. That's fine. That's totally fine. If you want to actually watch my video on those, I have 2 videos on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go click the like button on those and watch them and subscribe, that would really help. Names, what do you need to name? People. Lots of people. Here, let's see who runs the. We'll you know what? For you guys, I will come up with some names for these people. Who would let's see, who would be a good guy to run the guild hall? How about nobles, peasants? We'll go one by one. Let's see. This guy is probably an old salty adventurer. He's probably done a lot of seafaring in his days, and now he's injured, so let's call him Hook Hand Fred. That's just the name I came up with him, and we'll say he is older. An older man. But he's in charge of the guild hall. Doesn't have any family members yet. Leader of the port, the head of the port authority. Let's call her Captain Jasmine, because that was the name that came up to my head. Captain Jasmine is in charge of the port. She does captain a vessel of her own. Church ought to be run by a wise old elf called Althea. No, churches aren't really run by elves in my world. Because churches and temples in my world are more generalized for anybody, and elves have very specific gods they worship. I mean, I could make an exception, but I'm not going to. Now, the Merchants Guild is going to have probably some rich noble whose name shall be. My name is Lord Haffenfaff. Lord Haffenfaff the Third. Lord Haffenfaff. Then I don't know. I'm just gonna be quiet. No, you don't have to be quiet. I like your ideas. Your ideas are helping. I actually like the name Althea, so we can actually have the church run by Sister Althea. The name actually helps. General store. Let's say it's run by 2 people. Marty and Meryl, and they're also gonna be old. Why? Because that's my brain. I've got a random names Nordia and Wendix. Taravel. Taravel can be the guy who runs the mayor's office. Fish market. Who would run the fish market? Let's how about Salty Jones? Or Spit Eye Jones sounds disgusting. Who is the port authority? Corman. I like that name. Corman. That'll be the head of the port authority. Well, his name will be Judge Corman. He is honorable and straight, but very strict and hard on the law. If you break any of his laws, you are going straight to the what did we call it? The chump box. Okay, so and we'll also say that Judge Corman is also in charge of the chump box. The man of many hats, let's just say. He's head of the port authority and the chump box. The bait shop. Willie. Let's just Willie. Yes, I know there's another character who has a fishing shop in a game, but old Willie. Welcome to Old Willie's bait shop. We got all sorts of bait. We got squirrel bait. We got fish bait. We got shark bait. And I don't mean that's what we're catching. That's what the bait is made of. Drinking some wine or something. The naval base will be controlled by Admiral Stone. He could be he could be an elf maybe. Admiral Stone. The Comfy Clam. Who would we have run the Comfy Clam? Is this enough names? I can never tell. There's definitely a lot of names. I don't know how many of them I would use, but there are definitely a lot of names. Thanks for following Padawan Panda. Welcome following the Dragon's Den. She's a sassy, gritty lady. Ooh. What would be a good sassy, gritty name? Some names are Greta Ginger Sweet. That's who runs the. And you think based on the name she'd be this nice lady, and then it shows up. What do you want in my inn? You're coming in. It's gonna be 10 gold pieces to stay a night. Something like that. Obviously, not that much. You're tired, but you're still doing good. Let's see. The Treasure Hunters Guild. We would probably want that to be like a seedy kind of group. So let's. How about One-Eyed? Ooh, not One-Eyed Jim. One-Eyed Jim just sounds like a One-Eyed Gin. Why is it called One-Eyed Gin? And then you see him and he's just drinking a bunch of gin. And he has one eye. But his name is actually Gin. He's like, it's a cruel fate. The world. Who's in charge of the lighthouse? Let's, how about Old Man Marty? No, we already have a Marty. Old Man Jones? Do we have a Jones? We have Salty Jones. So Old Man Jack. Malkareth the Doc. Old Man Jerza. I like the name. But I like Old Man Jack. It's just Old Man Jack just comes off the tongue. Welcome. I'm Old Man Jack. I run the lighthouse. I don't get out much, but I sure do see a pretty light. Have you heard of the treasure? The treasure of Pirate Captain Jack. No relation. Who would run the restaurant? Let's, can anybody think of an interesting French name? That's what I'm thinking. Give him some sort of French name. This could be this could be an elf. I bet he's blind. He's not blind, but he's missing a few teeth. Come on. Lily, can you give me an elf name? That's who will run the restaurant. An elf. Lafayette. Yes. Okay. Lafayette. I totally spelled that right. Lafa. Yette. Lafayette, and we'll just so that way I remember. Elf. The tavern, Kraken's Brew. I'm trying. I'm thinking like a big man with like a mustache and the bald head, and he's like, "Welcome, welcome. How can I help you? Welcome." You know, cleaning the cup. This looks weird, just me doing this, but I'm cleaning the cup. Murskrath, nah, too ratty. Borbgon. That's his name. Borbgon. Welcome to the Kraken Brew. I'm Borbgon. This is home of the Kraken's Brew. Oh, I know, very original. A moon clam fisher. How about Noland? I like that name, Noland, for the warehouse district. We'll just say no one runs the warehouse district. It's just a district. The underdocks. The first person they meet at the underdocks. How about Slimy Sam? Let's call this Undersea. What would be a good name for a treasure diving company? A good mythology or a sort of fantasy name. Monkey's Paw Co. And who would I have run that? This one I would actually Murskrath would run this one. And then Blackwater Bridge, no one runs it. It's just a point of interest to get to the naval base. So we'll just put NA. Do they have any family members? How many people do we want to say are young? We'll say Captain Jasmine is young. That's one of the other reasons people don't really respect her. Not only is she a Huaman, but she is a young Huaman. So she really had to prove herself. Youngest woman to make a captain and run the port in all of the history of the town. I think I like that. I like Lord Haffen. I like how it just ran like Lord Haffenfaff the Third. Welcome, I am Lord Haffenfaff. How do you do today? I bet Greta's got some rugrats who pickpocket drunk customers. Ooh, I like that. Let's see. And Timmy, Tommy, and Terry. Yep. Timmy, Tommy, and Terry are gonna be her 3 sons. Triplets, lol. When they first come to, hi there, young. Hi there, sir. Can I have a piece of loaf of bread? And then they pickpocket you. Ooh, I like that one. One-eyed Jin. Obviously, Sister Althea can't be married, so we'll just she's married to God. We'll leave that one blank, and let's save before we forget. Captain Jasmine, she's young. We'll say she's unmarried. Married to each other. There we go. Does One-Eyed Jin have anyone? Ooh, let's say his Jessica. Ooh, Jessica Hart. That's his main. That's who he's in love with. She wants the treasure. He wants love. One-Eyed Jin has a 3-eyed wife. Yeesh. That'd be a little weird. No. I'm not gonna make it that weird. Give Sister Althea some wards or sisters in training who proposition people. What do you mean what do you mean by proposition people? I'll have her have sisters in training, but they're not gonna be like, you know, they're not gonna have names because then that's too many characters for me to remember. Old man, I just realized I didn't make Old Man Jack old. Old Man Jack is just normal age. You just call him Old Man Jack. Old Man Jack. Let's have him have a daughter. Oh no, actually, let's have him have a son. Damuel. Damuel. No, Samuel. And he's dating Jasmine. Ooh, sound like a plan, right? Dating Captain Lafayette. Let's say she runs it with her husband, Lafif. I don't know. I don't know if that's a French word or not, but I would just preposition, you know. Oh. These are women of God, Lily. Women of God. Lafif. The mayor's office, Terraville. Does he have a wife? Let's say he's not married right now. Borgon, head of the tavern, has his wife, Sarah, and son, Jackson. Nolan has his brother. Actually, let's say they both run it. No vows to God yet. They could also pickpocket people. I don't want them to all be evil, but you know, I kind of like the idea. Nolan and his brother bartend. Let's just put brothers. Slimy Sam. Does he have anyone? No. Slimy Sam is single. Let's say his second in command is his brother. Nah. We'll think about that one later. Let's say the mayor isn't married yet. Admiral Stone is married to the job. Willie's not married. The judge, his wife's name is Elaine. Or Eleanor. And we'll just copy and paste that so it's Salty Jones. Does Salty Jones have anybody? His daughter, do I want to have kids? Hookhand Fred doesn't have anybody. Merchants Guild. Oh yeah, he has a whole family. Lady Erisette, their son. What's a good name? What's a good name for an annoying little boy? Arenel. And what's a good girl's name? How about just Heather? I misspelled daughter. It's Deater. Annoying little boy, Timmy. Or Jeffrey. You'll probably have at least one party member dumb enough to sleep with the sexy nuns. I mean, that's not untrue, but that's not what I'm planning to have them do. You know. It's not that kind of church, okay? They're women of God. Women of God, dang it. Women and men of God, by the way. Salty Jones, who's at the fish market. Oh, I know. Scaly Pete. I feel like that's a name of a character somewhere, but all right, I think we got it. Marnie. Ooh, I actually like Marnie better. Okay, I think we got it. We got the name of Port Hafen. Now we just gotta draw the sucker in. All right, first let's where's the paintbrush? Let's just make as much of it as watery as we can, and then we'll shrink this down. And we'll just say this is the port and stuff. As you can tell, I'm not great at drawing ports. And then we'll have this be the bridge, and that goes off to and what do you mean bridge? Blackwater Bridge. So Blackwater Bridge. Okay, so next we have to make le buildings. Now, do we have enough space here? I don't think so. We'll just have to make them really small. We'll say this area here is the whatever, and this is the lighthouse. Obviously, when we do this on what's it called? Wonder Draft, it'll look a lot better and it'll be a lot neater. But for now, this is just a template, so we have it ready. We'll put the fish market somewhere up here, and this can be the Merchants Guild. We'll put the bait shop next to the fish market, and we'll put the chum box here. A church or temple would be here, somewhere near the center, so we'll do that one last. The underdocks are underneath, so we'll just write that somewhere. Let's see. Seafood restaurant. Right. The restaurant. What should we name this restaurant? How about Poisson? How do you spell Poisson? Poisson. Poisson. The catfish hutch, or it's a French place. Poisson. We'll just call it Poisson. I know that literally just means fish, but look up what Hafen means. This whole place is called Port Hafen. I'm actually naming it after a restaurant in one of my favorite murder mystery shows. Poisson de Luxe. Ooh, I actually like that. Poisson de Luxe. I'm assuming that means deluxe fish. Let me know if I got that one right. And before we lose any progress, as you can see, I have a lot of stuff. There we go. This way we won't lose our map that we're drawing out here. More naming things. Yes, it is fun to be naming things. General store we'll have at the entrance, because that'll have different things like tools, torches. Let's say this is the entrance of town, so the general store will be right here. And you know what? We'll add another thing that we didn't think to add, but actually we'll add it later. Let's see. The inn. We'll have it near the restaurant, and we'll have the tavern here. And then let's just the church or temple. We'll make it kind of big. That's in Monkey Paws Co. Monkey Paws Co. is underneath, so I'll also write that. Monkey Paws Co. When we do this in Wonder Draft or whatever, it'll probably look a little nicer. Okay, so which ones have we got? We got, did we get the guild hall? We have not. Oh, I just remembered. I wanted to add a carriage drop off. Ooh, what would be a good name for this? Can someone think of a name for what kind of building this would be? I'll just make this the, actually, you know what? I'm going to say they moved the church to the side of the town, and the Merchants Guild is in the middle, because, you know, Merchants Guild. There we go. So let's see oh, the Moon Clam Fisher we need to put over here. We'll just call it Moon Clam. My world really revolves around Moon Clam and Moon Dust. I already have 2 towns that are obsessed with this whole Moon Dust thing. Ah, the mayor's office. All right, did we miss anything? No, doesn't look like it. I think we got them all. Let's name, we'll call it the wagon wheel. The wagon wheel. The wagon wheel. And we'll just add this as a location. And who do we want to have run that? What's a good neural? We'll have Chloe. We'll have Chloe run it. Chloe Haystack. All right, so that's our port town. So we've now finished 3 towns out of 3 towns that I said I would finish by the end of the month. And next week, I might even go into Margaret. Actually, I like Chloe Haystack. Makes her sound more like she's more down to earth, you know? And it might not end up looking like this on Wonder Draft. It might end up looking a lot better. And by a lot better, I mean way better. And by might, I mean definitely. It might not be so clunky as well, hopefully. Hopefully I'm a little bit better about it on Wonder Draft. We'll do our first town. I'll do it myself over the weekend if I have the time. I'm going to go see Dune this weekend, so we'll be doing a video about that on Monday instead of a tier list. Horrible time remembering things. Anyways, guys, we've been doing this for over an hour, so we're going to go do a quick break because I need to rest my throat. And then we can get into some Darkest Dungeon, all right, guys? So we'll be right back after these messages. Hey there, thanks for watching my series on building a Dungeons & Dragons world. If this video helped you out, please click that like button and subscribe. It helps me make more content like this in the future. If you have any ideas or suggestions, leave a comment or you can join live at twitch.tv/Zaggard. I hope to see you there and have a wonderful day.